What's up, Model Brats? It's Petro Audio. So today we are gonna start a new model called What If Naruto Went Ultra Instinct. Okay, the keyword is went. Okay, so I'll explain what I mean in this episode. So without any further ado, let's get watching. So many of the YouTubers who created this What If were making it like Goku has some angelic power or Coco was born half angel or some kind of shit like that. But this what if is not like that. This what if is going to be different. Okay. So yeah. So let's talk about what we said when talking about Ultra Instinct. He said that the body moves on its own and the consciousness won't be able to control the body. So basically what Vish is saying that your body moves on its own, so you can do rapid thinking while your body is doing its own to protect and to win the best way possible. So yeah, this happens with Goku. I mean Naruto. So how this happens, we'll get to it right now. So without any further ado, let's get watching. So Naruto's everything up till Naruto 6 years old happened. He gets kicked out of the orphanage. He gets bullied and all sort of that. So Naruto's currently is being bullied by the Chunin and Genin as well as the local people. He doesn't understand why he's getting bashed up like that. He thinks, but there's a Chunin who storms aside, which Naruto begins to lose consciousness. He doesn't know what is going to happen. If he loses consciousness, he knows that he'll get more hurt than ever. He wants to at least stay consciousness so the people could take a little sympathy with him. So which means he uses all of his focus to stay consciousness, which means his body moves on its own. When there's a big guy, big civilian, a big guy with a big stomach wanting to stomp Naruto, saying that he's gonna kill him. But Naruto goes to the side and he rolls to the side and stands up in one knee. But everyone is shocked about this guy was just badly just bad. This guy was badly broken right now. His bones are broken and all. So they don't know what to do right now. I mean, they think that they can easily finish up Naruto because he is resisting now. So they have full authority to kill him, and they won't get in any trouble. They could just say that Naruto was the one to start attacking and all that kind of stuff. But then Genin throws a kunai at him, but Naruto, just in the nick of time, stops it. It was straightly coming for his right eye, but he stops it in the middle of his tracks. Like One Punch Man did to Super Sound Sonic. So then there, the Chunins are impressed about how Naruto's reaction time was. Naruto, not even the Chunin, the best Chunin out there. I mean, the best Chunin in the gang was mid to high level tier Chunin. Couldn't even see Naruto's, threw it back at the Genin, which threw it to him, and it, cut his cheek, not fully, but made a scar, cut his cheek lightly. They were shocked. I mean, what speed is this? Naruto slowly caught up, seeing the Chunin. His eyes were swollen. He was trying to remain consciousness, but his body was moving on its own. He didn't know what is happening. Then Naruto started running towards them. They were quite distance away, but the citizens moved away since they don't want to they really don't want to right now fight because they're just normal citizens. There's one more. They start throwing they start throwing kunai and shuriken, but that's just at in the nick of time when they were gonna hit Naruto, the kunai and shurikens. Naruto stopped, and somersaulted. That twisting in the air, not twisting his body, twisting twisting his entire body in there, like somersaulting. Yeah, that. Then he lands down with four kunai in his hands, four shuriken in his other hand, and throws at them. The Chonins are able to dodge, but slightly because it was so fast they couldn't even see. They thought they were gonna die, so just moved, and luckily no, they got some scars, some slashes here and there. But the Genin were the one who got hurt. He got stabbed here and there. Naruto, without any moment of Naruto's body, without any moment of hesitation, went in front of a Chunin and punched him. Which no, Chunin went in front of him, who was distracted, punched the stomach. Chunin was could not do anything. He held his stomach in pain. He slowly fell down and got knocked out in just one hit. And that Chunin was the mid to high level Chunin, as I said, the best Chunin right now. I mean, not in the village, but right in the place where they are. Then Naruto sees the villages and the other two Chunins and three Jonin. Genins. Naruto runs and basically, literally beats them up. Naruto literally beats them up. He then starts running back to his home. His body starts running back to his home because that was the correct thing to do. He went to his home, opened his door, and went to inside, closed his door, and fell on the bed. And that's where his body, stopped moving. Then, the Naruto was focusing on consciousness, couldn't really know. He just woke up here. He knew he was fighting and all, but then his body took the toll, which was because he was in ultra instinct. He splat out some blood. His bones and ribs were broken. He didn't know what it was, but he slowly fainted because he was already fainting, and he held on to his consciousness. So even if we try to make his consciousness go, we're trying to hold on to his consciousness, he'll still get knocked out. So then Naruto wakes up in the mindscape, and there he meets Kurama, and Kurama he can talk about his mom and dad and that kind of stuff, what happens in other what ifs, how Kurama and Naruto become friends. Yeah. And Kurama tells his backstory. Naruto, tells his backstory, but Kurama says that he knows, and then he tells that he's sealed inside of him, blah blah blah. His mother is his father is Minato Namikaze, his mother is Kushina Uzumaki, and that all information. But Naruto then asks one thing: did you control me during the fight? Kurama gets silent for a second, and says, I didn't do it. It was the body who did it. I didn't even try to influence you. So you're saying that my body reacted on its own. But how? I was focusing on staying consciousness. See, Naruto, that's why. That's why you were. That's why, Naruto. Okay, I'm not gonna talk to this voice. That's why, Naruto. You were, focusing all your, energy into being consciousness, so your body was left unchecked. So basically your body started moving on its own. So can I master this power? I don't know, but I don't know what effects it will cause in the future, but now since you use it, your body is in a very bad shape. I'll try to heal it as much as possible, but you have to rest for some days so I could heal you completely. Don't go out for some days. Eat ramen here because you have some. Naruto scratches back of his says, thank you, Kurama. Kurama smiles, and Naruto wakes up with his numb body, bones and crack. He just stays there for some time thinks about what Kurama said, and he was finally processing what Kurama and he had discussion with Minato is being his father and the fourth Hokage and that all. He still has his he gets his determination that he is gonna follow his father's footsteps. Some days later, he wants to go to the Hokage's place to say this, but when he goes out of this house and walks to Hokage's office, there are many people who were not even part of the people who were beating him for come here and say that they're gonna kill him. Naruto starts running. He didn't know why this happened. He thought that he made clear that they should not mess with him, but why is this happening? So basically, they think that the Nine Tails have started, reacting in Naruto. So they want to do it. They want to do it finishly. There were many chonins, there were two jonins too. There were so many people. Basically, half of the village was behind Naruto. Naruto, fought of every one of them, and in doing so, Naruto's body basically broke out, and which means he started using Ultra Instinct the second time. But he had, for some reason, a little more. He was conscious because he knew what this thing was, without being clueless like Goku. I mean, sure, we told him and all, but yeah, Goku, Naruto, and since Kurama and Naruto talked to each other, Kurama was, able to teach Naruto some jutsus while the meantime he was resting. So, oh my god, sorry. So this Ultra Instinct Naruto can use some jutsus, like Fireball jutsus, Shadow Clone jutsus, to get away. And he's not getting away; he's just beating all of them. He doesn't know why, but his body's wanting to beat all of them. Naruto just consciousness because he already faded, so consciousness already dimmed out. So he's focusing all of his energy into his consciousness, and yeah, the result is basically a whole on massacre of the village. I mean, not killing them, basically destroying the village. Destroying the half of the village, beating them. Everyone who wanted to beat Naruto has been beaten. Even the Jonins are beaten. Naruto is super strong, and at the age of 6, Naruto then goes home, sits down, and finally rests after countless hours of battling. He didn't count the hours; he was using all his power to stay conscious. So basically, he didn't really count the time he was there, but it was a long time. I would say 5 hours, 6 hours. He was battling continuously, so his body, regenerated. He could finally. He didn't know how to use this power, but his body was able to react quickly to jutsus, and there were even jutsus which Naruto couldn't do. I mean, not in his conscious form. I mean, he knew the jutsus, but he couldn't do it. So Kurama, Naruto, while he was leaving, Kurama and Naruto began to, train. I mean, Kurama was training Naruto. So 2 years passed, and Naruto, at many occasions, used Ultra Instinct, and finally he got a hold of it. He could use it willingly. All he had to do was just calm his body, use all his focus on his consciousness. That's all he needed. His body would be able to do other things easily. He wanted to make it as a last priority because he didn't want to fully depend on this power, or else who knows, he would go rampage. So he wanted to make the the he didn't want to use this power for over. He didn't want to overuse his power, so he used it as a last resort. But now, due to that huge beating massacre, I mean, not killing, he didn't kill anyone, don't worry. He just made them scratches and some bruises and all. The entire village, those who aren't even minding Naruto staying here, started hating him. So there are only two people who doesn't hate him: Ichiraku Ramen, the guy, and Hokage. The Hokage knows what happened, but he's surprised that Naruto took so many people on his own, and there are even people who are still trying to attack him. But Naruto's literally beating every one of them. There are senseis. No, the senseis are trying to stop the villagers to stop attacking Naruto, but the villagers are not they are retaliating with this thing. So basically, the whole village is in chaos. But finally, the Hokage takes charge and says that it's their fault, not Naruto's fault. It's the villagers' fault for starting this ruckus. The villagers are pissed off because they don't know the real reason why. They just thought so Naruto retaliated, so he has to be killed. But then the Hokage manages to calm things down. But the hatred is way more than what it was in the canon. Literally everyone hates him. Even the Uchihas, because there were some Uchihas too who were in the big massacre. I mean, the beating massacre. So it was known as Naruto's fight. the big massacre was known as Naruto versus village. Basically, literally everyone in the village knows this. So yeah, so Naruto, then starts his academy at 8 years old. But during these 2 years, he finally realizes that the village hates him, so he can't do anything about it. He doesn't want to become Hokage right now. He just wants to become a strong shinobi and wants to become a solo shinobi at that. Because Kurama, makes the difference between hatred and that kind of stuff. So Naruto doesn't hate the village because they think that he is a 19th reincarnation and he can't do anything to make them wrong because he practically messed up. So yeah, Naruto starts academy. Naruto literally high scores it, but he stays alone. He doesn't have any friends, not even Shikamaru. And about Hinata, when Hinata was being bullied, Naruto didn't just run in mindly and stop the bullies and let Hinata see him. Naruto just used Ultra Instinct, knocked out the bullies and just vanished from there. So Hinata couldn't even see. She was covering in fear and closing her eyes because she was getting bullied and all. So she couldn't see Naruto. So she doesn't know who saved her. But she knows that there was someone who saved her. That's only she knows, but she doesn't know who. And yeah, she doesn't really hate Naruto, but she doesn't like Naruto either. I mean, she doesn't have any feelings for Naruto. What she had, she's just like neutral. Oh, this guy's Naruto. Okay, no problem. I don't have anything against him. So yeah, Naruto literally has good grades. Is the top of the class, but he really stays alone. Iruka Sensei tries. Iruka Sensei and Naruto bond because I think Iruka Sensei is a good figure of dad. And speaking of dad, Naruto and his mom and dad, they met in the 2 years, but due to them, having less chakra and all, Naruto could not meet them alone. And Naruto talked to the Hokage and learned the flying Raijin just in case. Because Naruto wants to learn that just because. So Naruto has many good jitsus. Is very good at taijutsu. He's bad at genjutsu and he's good at kenjutsu. Kenjutsu, that sword using that the object user. That's called kenjutsu. So yeah, Naruto literally beats everyone's ass. So 4 years pass and Naruto Kurama still train. Naruto is way stronger than what he was in canon. I mean literally. And Kurama, since they both have friends, Kurama gives Naruto his chakra, so he can use up to three-tailed cloak. And if he goes to four-tailed, it will damage his body, but he won't go rampage and all. He's using it last resort, just like Ultra Instinct. He doesn't name it Ultra Instinct, he just names it Final Resort. Yeah, he just names it Final Resort. So then the teams are made, but before the teams could be made, after the graduation, Mizuki still tries to attempt and tell Naruto that he has final test to do because he graduated with flying colors. Oh my god, he graduated with flying colors, but Naruto knows that Mizuki is lying because he has experience with that. So, but he still, goes along the plan and he gets the scroll and he learns not Shadow Clone Jutsu because he knows Shadow Clone Jutsu due to Kurama. He learns the elemental chakras like if he completely lost Flying Raijin. He knew Flying Raijin, but he didn't know fully. But now he knows Flying Raijin. There's many jutsus he copies it, and Kurama uses his mind to copy. Naruto smart. He's good and all. Then Iruka comes and Iruka gets backstabbed, and then Naruto wipes the floor out of Mizuki. Then he gets but after that, before the team could even be decided, Naruto met with the third Hokage and told him to make Naruto solo because the other team, because of that Naruto massacre, basically everyone in the village hates him, even the kids. So he doesn't think that teamwork is best suited for him. GG, third Hokage is pretty sad, but he can't do anything about it because it was the villagers as well as Naruto's fault, you could say. But he can't blame Naruto fully because Naruto was just self-defending himself, but that self-defending resulted to a big, beating massacre. Why am I saying massacre and all? But this, for this massacre, I'm saying that beating heavily. It's just everyone is beaten. There are some Jonins and all. Naruto, instead of getting I mean Genin at first, gets Jonin just because he defeated, because everyone knows that defeated some, there was many, he defeated some Jonins. So yeah, and they were Jonin. So he should get Chunin, but he just says that he's gonna be Genin just because. But he gets high level missions. So his teacher is Yamato, not fake guy, that Woodkan guy. And because Naruto and Kurama met earlier, Kurama unlocked all 5 chakra natures of Naruto. So Naruto doesn't have just a wind style nature. He has all 5 chakra natures, and due to that, reading scroll, the forbidden scroll, there were many S-rank jutsus Naruto learned, and he also made his own jutsu, Kiran. But that's for the next episode. Anyways, Naruto and Yamato, bonded easily because they literally have the same. They literally have the same condition. Naruto was, outcasted because he is 9 intelligent Cherokee, and Yamato was outcasted because he was the experimenter for Chimaru. So, but Yamato is cautious with Naruto because who knows that the rumors were true, that he's gone rough. But after seeing Naruto's kind-hearted nature and all, he warms up to him and says that he's not a real person. But Naruto just says that it doesn't matter because he's the second friend that Naruto had. Yamato says second. Then he says, yeah, the QB, he's my first friend. We both are friends. Yamato is shocked and even more impressed. So he's able to control the QB, which the fourth Hokage wanted him to. Very, very impressive. And yeah, 1 month goes by, and Naruto and Yamato train together. Due to Naruto having all 5 chakra natures, he is able to get the Kenkai, like wood style, wood release, storm release, ice release, just like that. But yeah, for now he doesn't go to ice release and storm release and all. But he just goes to wood release because Yamato knows it, and so why not he? He has two types of shadow clones, wood shadow clones as well as the ninja shadow clones. So then comes the land of wave arcs. Naruto is training, doing some C class missions, escorting, defeating bandits, and kind of stuff like that. He does some B rank missions too, just in case he defeats some ninjas and all. There were some Chunin level ninjas, Jonin level ninjas. He defeated them easily while using, sometimes he uses Ultra Instinct. But as I said, he doesn't tell even Yamato about the Ultra Instinct because Kurama said that not right now. Until we can trust him more, we have to save the secret. And due to Kurama having known Naruto for a long time, he teaches about taijutsus and gate. This is gonna be something good. So Naruto and Kurama, Naruto and Yamato get the rescue, that what you say, reinforcement mission of about Team 7. It consists of Sasuke. It consists of Sasuke, Sakura, and Sai, because the Uchiha massacre still happened, but Danzo wants to keep an eye on Sasuke, so he sent Sai. Even if he didn't want, if you want, anyways. Sasuke and Sai, didn't get along with first, but eventually they got along in this 1 month of time. And Sakura being Sakura, flaunts over Sasuke. That doesn't really change. So about the shipping, I don't know about the shipping. So I don't know. You guys can recommend me in the comments down below. But I don't know what shipping I should do, or if I should even do any shipping, because I hate Boruto. And if he marries and has a child, so he'll just name his son Boruto. But the result will be different. But anyways, we are continuing this. So then he comes the land of the Arcwax, and where Kakashi and his team literally get destroyed. After the Demon Brothers, Kakashi sends some reinforcement message to Hokage, and Hokage, transmits them to Yamato and Naruto's team, which is Team 12, not Team 11, it's just Team 12, just because. That's hard. So it's more than half an hour right now, but I'm still gonna continue just because. So Naruto and Yamato, get the that reinforcement mission, and just they don't know where really Kakashi and Team 7 is. But Naruto, and with the help of Kurama, he's able to locate Kakashi's chakra, which is which is depleting. Naruto and Yamato, Naruto, quickly uses flying Raijin. So here I just want to point out that Naruto, in case, put every part of firing engine, everyone in the village, just because he wanted to not, wanted to save them. So he used on Kakashi, and he saw uh, bloody place. Okay, so let's rewind it up for a bit. After defeating the two demon brothers, Sasuke, Team 7, and what's the guy name? Ta, Ta, Takami or something like that. Bridge builder, yeah, the bridge builder. Now they go and they meet the Zabuza. Zabuza and Sasuke, Zabuza and Kakashi's fight goes the same, and till the result of Kakashi, having being water present, and then comes Sai and Sasuke make a plan, but this is not the same plan as the Demon Wind Shuriken. They just make a plan to help Kakashi out. They don't make that crazy plan because Naruto isn't Sai or Kakashi. Sai and Sasuke aren't crazy, so they won't make that crazy plan. But their plan would end up failing. They would distract Zabuza for a bit until Sakura could get a sneak attack and let Zabuza get go Kakashi. But Sakura, being useless, fails it, and she gets slashed. She's not dead. She gets slashed in the back. She's bleeding, and then Sai gets thrown away to a nearby tree, and Sasuke, gets he gets his broken. Zabuza breaks his arm and is going to kill him with the executioner's blade. He's gonna slash him, but Naruto just comes in and stops it with his bare hands. He just stops the executioner's blade from executioning Sasuke. He just stops and says, "Dude, don't fight weaklings. Fight me." Zabuza isn't interested. Nobody even caught the blade until now. Then he comes out and he sees Kakashi Sensei. Naruto knows Kakashi Sensei because Kurama would have told about the relations of Kakashi, and automatically Kakashi Sensei would have been told by Kurama. Yeah. So basically, then they would start, but he just sees Kakashi Sensei sighs and takes out his sword, which is in his bag, because as I said, he knows Kenjutsu. He's very well in Kenjutsu. So he's gonna fight. He's gonna fight with Zabuza with swords. Then Naruto body flickers in front. Body flickers back of Zabuza. Zabuza, just sees back, but slowly his head cuts off, his body, splits into a million pieces. Then when he, when Naruto sticks his sword inside the container, sword container, Kakashi gets released, and Haku, who's seeing this, gets enraged and jumps in, saying, how dare you kill Zabuza, sir, like that. But Naruto's like, I don't care, and goes in front, body flickers in front of Haku, takes the sword and slices her into million pieces too, just because. Then he walks, he comes across the executioner's blade. he thinks that at least they have to have a burial. So Naruto, uses the ground. What do you mean? Ground ninjutsu and makes a burial for them. Puts all the pieces of Zabuza as well as Haku's inside using a wave of using the ground wave, and he's gonna pick the execution blade, but it's so big he can't even lift it. But then he thinks that this is gonna be well training, and just he puts this in his storage pocket, which he has just because plot armor. And then Kakashi Sensei faints, but Yamato, who's also there, just seeing that what Naruto is doing, sighs and picks up Kakashi, and Naruto picks up Sakura and Sasuke as well as Sai, using a shadow clone. He makes two shadow clones and picks up all the three and takes his name is Tazuna, correct? Takes to Tazuna's house, and that is where we're gonna leave for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like, share, subscribe, do the necessary stuff, and if you don't, I can understand. So peace out.